this is everything that you need to know about the new Mythic Brawler Damian in Brawl Stars. Now, as you guys know, Damian will be releasing this month, so to prepare for his release, this video will cover Damian's mechanics and his abilities. I'll also be showing some other cool things for Damian, like his early access event. So stay tuned, okay? And yeah, make sure to like and subscribe because I'm on my way to 200,000 subscribers, okay? Alright, now let's start with Damian's mechanics and how he works. Now, Damian has 11,200 health at the max level, along with the fast movement speed. A tank brawler with a fast movement speed. I have a feeling that this brawler is gonna be really broken, dude. Damian's attack power trio allows Damian to throw a vicious punch. After 2 punches in a row, Damian's next attack is a kick that knocks back enemies and also sets them on fire. Eventually, after a delay, the fire ends up exploding and spreads to nearby enemies. How was this even fair, bro? Damian's attack does 1,400 damage per hit at the max level, and the explosion damage from the fire thing does 1,600 damage. He also has a very fast reload speed along with a short range. I think the short range really makes up for how insanely broken this brawler is gonna be. Now, moving on to Damian's super mosh pit. The super pretty much turns Damian into Buzz Lightyear, sort of. And I'm not even joking, dude. But yeah, Damian leaps and creates a personal mosh pit that stays for 5 seconds. Inside the pit, enemies are knocked back when hitting the speakers around. And if enemies hit the speakers, they end up taking 1,400 damage. And what's great about this super is that enemies are pretty much trapped in the circle. After 2 punches from Damian's attack, the third one allows him to knock enemies back. So you can really leverage this with Damian's super and keep on knocking enemies into the speakers, which will allow you to do a crazy amount of damage. The radius of the super is crazy as well. I mean, just look at this, bro. Another cool thing about his super is that it literally has music every time you use it. Isn't that cool, bro? And if you thought that that was it, Damian also has a unique trait where he can charge a super from damage received. And because Damian has over 11,000 health at the max level, this trait will allow you to charge your super much faster in matches when using Damian. And yeah, if you've made it this far into the video, comment your thoughts on Damian. But yeah, here's a breakdown of both of Damian's gadgets and star powers, and also his hypercharge. Let's start with Damian's first gadget, which is spiritual healing. This gadget pretty much allows Damian to throw a microphone to a specific location. Whichever teammate ends up picking up the microphone first, they will end up healing for 3,200 health. So this is sort of a support gadget. If you see any of your teammates and they're low in health, you can literally shoot a microphone at them, and if they pick it up, they will literally heal for 3,200 health. And this gadget also has a 15-second cooldown. Damian's second gadget, Wall of Sound, allows him to summon a temporary wall that's indestructible, and you can really place this wall anywhere you want. So you can place this wall defensively, or if someone's trying to score on the Brawl Ball goal, you can just place it in front of the Brawl Ball goal, and the ball won't go in, bro. And this gadget also has a 20-second cooldown. Alright, moving on to Damian's first star power, which is crowd kill. The star power pretty much allows Damian to stun enemies for 0.5 seconds if you manage to knock an enemy into a wall. So if you hit your 2 attacks in a row and finally get your 3rd attack, that's when you can leverage this star power and stun enemies if you manage to hit them into a wall. This star power is probably going to be really good in maps that have a bunch of walls, but if you use it in maps that have no walls, I don't know about this star power, bro. Damian's second star power, Vulgar Display of Punch, pretty much allows Damian to have a flaming fist during his super, which burns enemies, by the way. So during his super, if you attack enemies, you'll also be able to burn them, which would ultimately lead to more damage. And finally, we have Damian's hypercharge, Jump in the Fire. When Damian activates his super, it also sets the ground on fire where he lands, and this deals 800 damage per second to enemies who end up getting caught in the mosh pit. And the whole mosh pit is gonna be on fire, by the way, so if you manage to get some enemies into your super during the hypercharge, you're gonna be dealing a crazy amount of damage. I think that this hypercharge is gonna be really broken because it's basically a massive circle that's on fire, dude. 800 damage per second is just way too much, bro. This hypercharge also gives Damian a 20% speed boost, a 5% damage boost, and a 5% shield boost as well. Overall, the mechanics with this brawler are insane, and I believe that he's gonna be an S tier tank. I'll have to do more tests and actually play Damian when he releases to determine how strong he is, but he looks like a really broken brawler based on his mechanics and stats. But yeah, now that you know how Damian works, here is Damian's early access event, as you can see. And these are also the boxes that you can open to potentially get Damian for free in the early access. Damian's early access event looks like any other brawler's early access event. You just gotta use your tickets, get those wins, open those boxes, and hope to unlock Damian. And here is Damian's trophy road as well. It looks like there's no Damian skin, so we'll be able to get 1,000 bling for free instead as 750 trophies. And his title at Prestige 1 is The Beat Says Yeah. I don't even know what that means, bro. And if you're wondering what Damian's Prestige 3 title is, well, it is Gladiator. What a cool title, bro. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, click on this video to see a full guide on how to use Clancy in Brawl Stars.